Your Majesty,
Yes, counsel.
I believe my client deserves a money gun. She's been
Um,
called a coward here. She's been called a coward, Your Majesty. Her civil rights have been
I
dragged
agree
through
with
the
you,
mud.
Private, that you're more than welcome to send her that money gun at any time. So,
No, the DA owes her a money
I'm
gun.
sorry, Miss Private. You did not pay FWA when you called her an arsenal of weapons or whatever the terminology you use to address FWA.
I called her friends with arsenals,
Okay,
friends with
that's not
your
her name.
address,
and
friends with aim, friends with assault rifles, friends with
you
annihilation
called her friend. You called her friend. You got order. You called her
capacity,
friends with ammunition. You called
friends
her
with
order.
ammunition, friends with anger,
You
friends
called
with
her friends with
aggravating
ammunition.
annoyance, friends with aggression, friends with your address. My client is afraid for her
Your
life.
Majesty, Your Majesty.
Did you subject her here to this district attorney's office?
You pray for
You
your
let
life,
them drag
Nate.
her through the mud. She is terrified, Your Honor. My
So that
client
makes
is
her a coward.
crazy.
That
She
makes
is
her a
wet. She
coward.
is
Your
scared.
Majesty, Your Majesty,
Yeah,
may I
that
just,
makes her a coward.
She's
may I
scared
say
right now,
something,
Your
Your
She's
Majesty?
admitting
Majesty.
she's a
Am I
coward.
gonna be in
She's
contempt of court? Cause
threatened. She's been
you won't
threatened.
address me.
Heard
And I
what
wanna
friends with
say this
ammunition
for the
did to her the
record.
other day.
Friends with ammunition. We like to address the court. Um,
Friends
uh,
with aim. Friends with aim.
About you and anything that you do. About you and anything that you do.
no,
Fine, it's me.
excuse me. Order. If Nosy could ever finish, we could have been halfway through this case by now. But every time Nosy gets around to her summation of her line of questioning, she gets cut off. She gets run over. She gets
Cut
talked
off?
over.
Clock in, Judge.
Your Honor.
What? No.
Your
What?
Honor.
No. Order. Right now, we need to allow the DA's office to get through the presentation of their case, get to the defense in this, and we can move this case on to the jury. But if the DA's office can't even articulate without being interrupted with these false, fake objections, I'm starting to think that y'all are just trying to stall for time in this court with these fake objections. Nosy bystander, please continue presenting your case and your line of question to the litigant, so that we can get to the other side of this case and we can move this on to the jury.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. And I understand that you're getting quite frustrated in between sips of cognac. And so I appreciate you defending me. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
It's not cognac. This court drinks Crown.
It's
This
Crown.
court drinks Crown.
Object.
Object one more time.
Okay.
Object one more time. Go ahead, Nosy.
Thank you very much, Judge. And yes, let me correct myself. The crown, not the cognac. Okay. So, Lala, you stated that in your recollection memory, you do believe that the attorney had received your letter, even if it is in opposition of what FWA has submitted to the courts, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So now that the question of whether the letter had actually made it to the judge or to the to the lawyer is up in question. Let's go back. So you said you were a part of the escape room with Miss Nitra. Were you close with Nitra specifically, or were you just close with the escape room in and of itself?
I was close with nature.
Okay. And the escape room for the jury members watching below, the escape room was pre-FOE, so it was just another
Correct.
name for a group of members.
Correct.
Okay. And so you were close with Nitra, close enough to get her phone number?
Assistant DA Nosy, I feel like these questions are a violation of my constitutional right because it is my constitutional right to be able to plead the fifth.
Okay. So you were close enough to Miss Nitra to have her phone number. Okay. And in the process of having Miss Nitra's phone number, did you ever attend any events with the escape room, any physical events, or were they all virtual?
Again, this is a violation of my constitutional rights because I'm choosing to plead the fifth.
Is there a reason as to why you're choosing to plead the fifth? other than a violation of your constitutional rights?
It's a violation of my constitutional rights.
Do you remember the time where you broke separate from from the escape room and Miss Nitra?
Yes.
Oh, when was that?
I don't have a timeline, but
Was it this year?
no.
Was it last year?
I'm pleading the fifth.
I got a question. I got a couple questions. Nosy, and then you jump right back in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever had any other altercations with anybody on the app? Have you ever had any, like where y'all were cussing each other out, where y'all were calling each other names? Have you ever had any of those? Have you had multiple of those type of interactions?
I have, but never with somebody who I called a friend.
Okay, so never with someone that you called a friend, but you have had those altercations, because I didn't ask you about the second part. So you have had those altercations. So you know how to defend yourself when pressed, right? So if you feel pressed in a platform, in a box or whatever, and the interaction is starting to go left, you've defended yourself before, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to understand why you wouldn't defend yourself in the live, because this is what's been presented to the court. Let me present this, Nosy. And again, I know I'm the one that interrupted you this time, but I feel like this is important, because this is the interaction, right? This is what's been presented to the court as your interaction.
Motherfucker just play on me and I don't say shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of standing up for motherfucking bitches and bitch niggas, and they think I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm tired of standing up for motherfucking bitches. How often do all of your friends call you motherfucking bitches?
Absolutely not.
Have
None of my friends do. Actually, none of my friends do.
Order. Have any of your other friends called you motherfucking bitches?
Absolutely not.
Have you been called motherfucking bitches by anybody else on the app?
Yes, but not my friends.
Well, wait. I didn't ask you for no buts. Have you been called by motherfucking bitches or something equivalent by anybody else on the app?
Yes.
What was your response to them?
I cussed them out.
So order. If your response to them was to cuss them out, why wasn't that your response to her? I'm gonna play this again. The court is gonna play this again.
Well, Your Honor.
Just a second. The court is gonna play it again.
Fucker, to let a motherfucker just play on me and I don't say shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of standing up for motherfucking bitches and bitch niggas, and they think I'm not gonna say nothing about how they treat me. Fuck all that.
So why wouldn't you respond in kind to that?
Your Honor, if you actually listen to part of the clip, I even say in the clip that sometimes it's not wise for a friendship to just go at it in the heat of the moment, because you might say something you regret and you can't take it back and you've crossed lines. So I stayed quiet in order to hopefully save our friendship and let things cool down and present her with a conversation on Tuesday morning, which in my IG messages, I did message her on Tuesday morning.
Okay, go ahead.
After
Nosy.
that, you still considered her a friend, yet you rescinded the letter from the lawyer. Got it.
Because on
From
Tuesday,
your friend.
on Tuesday morning, I messaged her and she responded, and then it was like, girl, bye. And that's what she said to me. So I was like, okay, gotcha.
Go
And
ahead.
that was the end of our friendship.
Go ahead, Nosy. Go ahead and pick up where you left off. Thank you for your patience. Nosy? Can somebody check on Nosy? Did she go to the bathroom?
Your Honor, can we go on to for the haters?
Go ahead, haters.
Okay, Lala, hey, how you doing? This your friend.
Jack, that's FWA. People must, if they're going to be in character, know the character that they're playing at the moment that they're playing it, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Your Honor, Your
Lala,
Majesty. What kind of court is this? Where the defendant gets to address the plaintiff
We're
or
in
vice
Bando
versa.
court. Lala, this your friend. And I'm going to use that term loosely because you say you my friend, but yet you don't have my phone number, friend. You've been my mod for 2 years, friend. And we've been tight for 9 months, friend. And you don't have my number, friend. But yet I can tell you everything that happened on the back end, friend.
Your Honor.
What the piss is going on here?
Friend.
What
Nosy,
the
And let me
piss?
ask you something else, friend.
Nosy, this court called for you 2 minutes ago. Where did you run to the bathroom or something, Nosy? Because this court called for you.
Your Honor, I was eating a cold cut sandwich, okay? I was eating a cold cut sandwich and I didn't want you to hear me chewing.
Sustained. That'll be sustained. Excused. Now, if Nosy is ready, can go ahead and pick up where Nosy left off.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor, and apologies for the cold.
Something. Always eating.
I apologize for the cold cut sandwich. It was delicious. Okay?
His Majesty bought some bologna today.
I was eating lasagna. But we'll
I can't wait to make me a fried bologna sandwich. I swear to God.
The lasagna did look good,
I
DA.
swear to God.
Drop queen. The lasagna.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nosy. You got
So it looks as though, Lala, you are not going to answer any questions in regard to Nitra and the escape room. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is there a reason as to why?
I feel that's irrelevant to the case and is a violation of my constitutional rights because I choose to plead the fifth.
And is it because you had a torrid relationship with Nitra and the escape room?
I'm pleading the fifth.
Got you. So we can just surmise that it was a bad breakup. My last question in regards to Nitra and the
Your
escape
Majesty,
room.
Object. We cannot surmise because my client pled the fifth.
Counselor, the nature of your objection, please.
The assistant district attorney just said that we can surmise that there was a tear in the relationship, and I am objecting because we cannot surmise anything as my client refused to answer the question. Okay? So we're not going to surmise because she did not answer. Okay? Thank you.
Sustained. That'll be sustained. The jury will be instructed to disregard, and that'll be stricken from the record.
Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up because I know Lala's attorney wants to interject whatever biases that she may have toward the courts. So let me just get to my last final questions. Do you see yourself ever making amends with FWA?
Absolutely not.
Do you think you were a good friend to her?
Yes, I was.
Are you a racist?
Your Honor, I object.
Overruled. The litigant will be instructed to answer the question.
And I'm going to object. Again, I object.
Overruled.
Object, Your Honor.
Overruled, counselor.
I object
Striker,
again, Your
Your Honor,
Majesty.
striker.
I object, Kev.
Once again, counselor, I said overruled. Any further argument from you, this court will find you in contemptuous. I have said overruled, counselor. The litigant will be instructed to answer the question. Nosy, can you please repeat your question to the litigant?
Yes, Your Majesty. Lala, are you a racist?
No.
Do you think you are not a racist because you hung out with friends with attitude?
No.
Your Honor, I object.
Lock the doors.
I object.
What is the nature
Whether she is a racist or not is not of question here. The question is friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Ones we can depend on.
And Your
Okay.
Honor, my line of questioning is in regard to the nature of her racism, whether she be a racist or not, is predicated on the friendship. If she is not a racist, then she was simply a friend to FWA. If she is a racist, then her proximity to FWA means that she was never really a friend at all. She simply just put herself in proximity to her to spew out dog whistles while she panel rode or panel hopped or
Object.
The objection needs to come with the audible articulation of your objection, please.
Your Honor, the Assistant District Attorney is giving testimony into the thoughts and the mindset of my client.
Or is it a
A
conclusion?
mindset that my client
Is
has not.
it or is she just, that's just her opinion based off of the information provided?
But we're in a court of law. Opinions should not be admissible in a court of law.
these are not opinions. These are just standardized questions for the year of 2025. We don't know the nature of the friendship between a black woman
Your Honor.
and a white woman, and we must ask those questions.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I finish
I
my line of
object again.
questioning?
I object
Objection,
again.
private.
I object again because we know that my client was not first friends with aggravated armed robbery. Okay.
Objection, Your
my
Honor.
client was first
Your
friends
Honor.
with Black
This
Nitra.
is prejudice.
Your Honor, may we submit that Nitra
Your
is
Majesty,
even
Your
blacker
Majesty, this
than
is
friends with
prejudicial
Nitra?
evidence
How
against
can my
me by
client be
my
a
name.
racist when
He's
she was first
slandering me,
friends
Your
with
Honor.
Black Nitra? She
Your
was
Honor,
first
if
friends
I
with
may,
Black
Your Honor,
Today, Your
Nitra.
Honor, if they let me finish my questions. May I
Oh,
finish,
now
Your
it's
Honor?
gay. Oh my God, I was
Your
addressing the
Honor,
court.
I would like to increase the charges against Lala after the line of questioning from my competent
Object.
DA. I would like to increase charges to she's possibly
Object.
Cookie, the head of the CMD, and she killed cornbread. I like to increase her charges.
Order. We have a request in the comments to drop attorneys. That'll be $50 to drop an attorney.
It's no information, Your Honor.
Order.
Object.
That'll be $50 to drop an attorney.
How can you drop my client's representation?
Order. Private. Order. It'll be $50 to drop an attorney. PayPal is and Zelle is kevthecomic@yahoo.com. If you got Chime, it's $K the comic. It should be $100. It should be $100. We're gonna do $50 to drop an attorney. Otherwise, that attorney gets to argue her case for her client. She gets to argue her case for her client. These attorneys, they went to law school for this shit to fight each other in court. So if they're gonna go toe to toe, they got good arguments. We're gonna let them argue. Goddamn it! As long as they stay respectful in this court order, they can argue amongst each other and argue this case out. I don't mind that.
Your Majesty, I propose the drop fee be $100, Your Highness.
Yes, that as a matter of fact, yes, it's $100 to drop an attorney. Yeah, that's an attorney. But it's $100. Yes, the court has had an increase in fines. It's $100 to drop an attorney. So if y'all want to go, how bad do you want to go on that? PayPal and Zelle is kevthecomic@yahoo.com.
May I finish, Your Majesty?
You may, Counselor.
Your Majesty, will you address my request, please?
What is your request, please?
That they stop calling me names.
Okay.
Where is cornbread, Lala? We want to know where is cornbread. Where's his body hidden?
I don't know.
Where's
who
the
cornbread-
voice box, Lala? We
don't
know
know
that
who
you're
cornbread
Cookie.
is.
This is new information.
Lord,
Wasn't aware of. You are Cookie, Lala. We did not know that you had a vendetta toward Nitra.
Lord, I'm
DA,
You're
DA, let
Cookie.
DA, let me, may I
Okay,
please finish my questions?
Go ahead, Nosy.
Thank you. And thank you, DA. We will get back to the cookie crumble in a minute. Okay. So, Lala, are you a racist? You stated no, correct?
correct.
You shared a close proximity to Nitra, which you do not have to answer questions to, and FWA, who you are answering questions to. Are there any other Black women who were the platform holders that you drew a close relationship to?
Not close in the proximity that I was with FWA or Nature. No.
But were there others though?
Yes.
Can you name them, please, for the court?
Pleading the fifth.
Okay. Were there any white women who you shared a closeness to, who were platform holders on this app?
Yes.
And can you name a few for the courts?
Pleading the fifth.
Is there a reason as to why?
Violation of my constitutional rights.
Okay. So other than these two black women, you stated you were close in proximation, right? Maybe not back end close or phone number or IG close, but you shared a closeness to other black women and white women across the app, correct?
That is correct.
Did you have falling outs with those women?
Yes.
How many?
It was actually a group of women that I fell out with, and it was 3. Then they were YT.
They were white? Okay. Can you tell us why?
I don't really want to talk about it because the lady that I had a falling out with is deceased, and I don't really
I
want
can
to
respect that. Is your fallout with FWA, is this retaliatory?
No. I'm just going to tell my side of the story.
hesitated. Because it seems retaliatory to me, right? It doesn't. And I'm just keeping it a buck. It seems retaliatory to me. It doesn't seem like it came from it's coming from a place where of realization, right? Or where you might have had an epiphany about something, or you slept on it and woke up with this thought on your mind type thing. It sounds to me like it's more in retaliation to the live that y'all sat on, and like you said, the way that she talked to you versus what you're saying it is, and that's where I'm having a disconnect at,
No,
right?
and that's fine, Your Honor, but please allow me to explain. I have been struggling with this privately for the past 3 or 4 weeks. I have not been talking about it on live because it's really nobody's business. I have talked to a friend about it, and I have been struggling with it. I've been very conflicted about it. I've been very conflicted on how to support her, even though I don't agree with her actions. I've been having to figure out, how do I continue to be her friend and be a friend to her when I feel like I'm getting shaded and disrespected and little girled a lot. And it was so much so that I felt like I was even being pocket watched in her lives, not by her, but by other supporters. And it was just
How you being pocket watched if you weren't a gifter though? Because you said you gift, but
right
you weren't
prior to the court thing. I was a gifter, and when she would battle, I would gift her as well prior to all of this.
And what magnitude were? Wait, hang tight, because you're talking a little fast with me. Because now I'm starting to have questions. And what magnitude were like you? Because you got those that are gifters, but they not noticeable gifters, if that makes sense.
Correct.
But
That makes
you got
perfect
those.
sense.
You got those that are gifters that like that right there. See that CFB shit.
Right.
So in when you say you're a gifter, that's where I'm trying to.
I mean, I have sent her money guns. I sent her a money gun one time. I sent her cash apps prior to this as well. That would total about $50 or $55, I do believe. Not much, but just a little, hey, go grab yourself lunch. Hey, thinking about you, things like that. I even sent her one in lieu of gifts because I couldn't recharge, so I sent her one in lieu of gifts. So that sort of thing. I did send her. I mean, the gifts varied, so I don't have a total of it, but I mean, they varied in size.
Other than this, have you and FWA had any other fallouts, disagreements, arguments? Any type of nothing?
No, never to this magnitude. We have had conversations where we have agreed to disagree, and we have had conversations that have been tough, but it has never been to this point. No.
Has she ever confronted you or talked to you about using the nigger word and all that other stuff? She ever talked? Y'all ever have those kind of conversations?
Yeah, I don't use that word, so yes. But I mean, we have had those conversations.
You don't use that word anymore, or you've never used that word? Which one?
I don't use that word at all. I don't. We have actually had that conversation, because we have had the conversation of words that white people should not use. I mean, that was actually a topic in a live one day. So
but it's your testimony in this here courtroom that in front of Judge Bando in the Bando court that you never used the N-word, never in arguments, black bitches, that type of shit. You never done all that.
I mean, I've probably called
To me,
I don't
that
even
was
think I've called somebody a BLK bitch. I don't even think I've never. No, I come up with other words.
because to me that goes to like the nature of your friendship. To me, that would go to the nature of the friendship. So that's why I'm asking the question. I think that's important. Not that it occurred here, but I do think
we don't. Her and I never called each other bitches and hoes and none of that. Like it never got to the degree. Like there was always that respect there, right? We never disrespected each other like that. I never disrespected her. So even though we would have tough conversations and hard conversations, we never got to that point. And when she got to that point the other day, sometimes there's just no coming back from it.
And did you feel, well, I have another question.
Go ahead.
When you hear the term lick back, what do you think that means, Lala?
Revenge. When you say lick back, I think about revenge.
And is that what you were doing in this instance? Getting your lick back by pulling the letter from the lawyer?
No, I'm not putting my name on something that, when you treat me like that, I'm not. You can call it a lick back, you can call it revenge, you can call it whatever you want to, but I'm not attaching my name to something when somebody's gonna call me fake ass bitches and an unloyal friend and say I like to be abused and assaulted. I mean, all that shit. I'm not gonna do that.
Now, my next question,
Because that goes against the letter that I wrote.
Right.
I experienced that firsthand, so that goes against the letter I wrote, and I, in good consciousness, cannot submit that letter under good consciousness.
got you.
But Lala,
Hold on.
Assistant DA, one quick question. But Lala, you seen her act that way with other people, so that's her character. You wrote a character letter for a lady who you seen got out of character with other people, but it only changed when your feelings for her or towards her only changed how you felt about her character when she did it towards you. But that's something that she has had character on this side of TikTok forever since she's been here. So why would that change her character? That has always been her character, just not how she addressed you. But it's always been her character.
Let me rebuttal that.
Let's get private. Let's get private and for the haters. Let's get private and for the haters. Excuse me, FWA in here.
Can I ask the last final question?
I've got to address this why she just said that. Just one mama knows it. Out of all the words that you said that I just said, out of all the bitches and whatever you said, the N word I called you didn't stick out. Come on, let's be for real about this. Out of all the words, if you play the clip again, at the end, I called you a N. And that's not something that's going to stick out to you. Let's not play these games here. And that's because you're familiar with that word. Because it's been plenty of people that come up on my platform and accuse you of saying those words.
But let me interject.
But haters call you one.
FWA, let's keep it clear because you don't come in here with clean hands. For FWA, you don't come in here with clean hands. You come in here with hands as dirty as a mud dauber. You understand me? This court is not.
That's because I roll with that dirt.
This court is not bamboozled by your theatrics. You have another case pending in another jurisdiction here where you're accused of a heinous act. You've been accused of doing a heinous act in another courtroom. So don't come into this courtroom, FWA, like you got clean hands. Because you're no better than her. If Lala has done all of this stuff, then what have you done, huh, FWA?
I sat there and allowed.
What kind of order? What kind of friend have you been, huh? What kind of friend have you been, FWA? Have you gifted her?
Your Honor, please.
Have you helped her?
Your Honor, the crown is
Have
kicking.
you contributed to her? Order.
Lock the door.
Have you helped her? Have you helped her build her platform?
Yes, I did.
No, what this court witnessed is you losing your temper because you thought you were going to be losing some money. Order in this court.
Yes,
You
sir.
thought that just because Lala was starting her own platform, that she was going to take away supporters from you. That's what this court is seeing.
No,
It smells of jealousy, FWA.
Your Majesty.
Your Honor, please let me respond to the court, Your Honor.
FWA, get used to saying you want your
I'm accustomed to telling
Your
everybody
Majesty.
shut up on my live, and I'm a court.
Objection, Your Honor. I have one
to
final
shut up,
question.
and now
Your
I've been
Majesty.
holding it in, Your Honor. Please just let me.
Order. Nosy has one last question, and we're going to let her finish her line of questioning. But this court sees what's going on here. This court sees everything. This is we're clairvoyancy. We are clairvoyancy in this court. This court sees everything. Now, Nosy, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor, and please mind your crown royal, please, Your Honor. Thank you. Okay, so my final question to you, Lala, and thank you for letting me ask all these questions. You stated that in the series of events, and just correct me if I'm wrong at any point, you stated that 2 days after or a couple of days, I don't want to say 2, but a couple of days after FWA does her infamous live where she tells us where she's been, you reach out to her and say, hey, I will write a letter of character on your behalf. She accepts. And then through subsequent days, you write the letter, send it to FWA, and she, quote unquote, allegedly sent it to her attorney. According to FWA, she did not actually send it to her attorney, but that's neither here nor there. Then the following days after that,
that's very important.
it is. The following days after that letter is submitted to you and you deciding to start your own platform, you started receiving subsequently, roughly around the same time, you start receiving subs and disses and then flat out being called bitches and hoes, while at the same time, you are inundated with live streams about FWA and the true nature of her case. My question to you, Lala, is, had you not fallen out with FWA, would you still have let that letter see the judge?
Great question.
No, I would not have. I absolutely would not have. And I want to correct you on one thing. You said I had received subs and things of that nature. I never received a sub on anyone's platform. But had we not fallen out, I would have still recanted the letter.
At what point of how would you have done it if you did not have a falling out, right? Let's say you did not fall out, you were still tight and very cool with FWA. How would you have gotten that letter back?
I would have either contacted her or contacted her lawyer.
And do you think that if you would have done that, do you think that if you would have done that, right, contacted her or her lawyer to get that back, do you think a falling out would have occurred?
Yes.
And when did you, right, just using your free imagination, when do you think that you would have asked for that letter to be rescinded? Before her trial were to start or after sentencing?
It would have been prior to trial. I don't want it going any further than it's already went. I will say this. The reason I wrote that letter on her behalf is because I tried to make a judgment for people based on my own experiences with them. I have not experienced the character that other people are talking about. I have seen her do it to other people, but I also don't believe that everybody gets the same version of you because there's different levels to friendship, right? So I gave her that grace. But when I experienced it myself and had to start putting things together, and I felt like I was lied to, and I kept feeling this conflict of, this is not the right thing to do, this is not the right thing to do. I had to do what I felt was best.
I got a question for FWA. FWA?
Yes, sir.
How did you feel after, because you cussed her the Waka Flocka out. You cussed Lala out for filth. You cussed her out for filth, and you made her feel like she was spineless. Did you have any consciousness about how you, because you cussed her the fuck out. You cussed her like I ain't heard nobody cuss nobody out in a long time. Did you
I've
not
been
feel
listening.
some kind of way?
No, because I've been listening to For the Haters the way she cursed.
Hey, Your Honor, I have a question.
How do
There's
you
actually,
feel about getting cussed out like that by FWA? How did it make you feel?
Your Honor, before I answer that, I saw a really good question. Did you at any time in the night question or encourage FWA to use her pew pew? I feel like that is a very important question because I've heard people want to ask that question. The answer to that question is absolutely not. I did not talk to FWA at all that night. I had no clue what was going on, and I sure, as a proud Pro 2A toting concealed license carry person, would never encourage an act of senseless violence. And what she did was a senseless violence, because you can't even use the argument of self-defense because the threat was walking away from you. That's why he had shrapnel in his back.
Your Honor, may I go?
How long ago did when did that incident take place?
I think it was like September 23rd, 24th, somewhere in there, I think.
24.
And so it's almost a month later, and so why haven't we heard you say this before now?
Because I've kept quiet. There's a lot going on. So I'm sitting here processing all of this, and I don't want to add insult to injury because I know that she was under attack on this app for the alleged crime that was committed that she did in her personal life. And I did not want to add insult to injury on that. And I also did not want to potentially ruin an open investigation.
When she called you a bitch and told you ain't shit, and it's because she cussed you out. She cussed you out.
You're right, Your Honor. And that was a great question that you asked me. I was stunned. Like I told you before, I was stunned. I was hurt. I was caught completely off guard. I was trying to process, like, why would you just attack me like that? What did I do to you? And I will agree that you said something a while ago. I don't agree that it was over starting my platform. I truly believe that she thinks when I start my platform that I'm going to take some of that money with me. And I truly believe that it's not over me starting my platform. It's over money.
Hang tight.
Fucker, to let a motherfucker just play on me and I don't say shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of standing up for motherfucking bitches and bitch niggas, and they think I'm not gonna say nothing about how they treat me. Fuck all that. I've been motherfucking pulling hair, scrapping, dragged, and all the things. So at least come and talk to me. I shouldn't have to find out like that.
So Lala, you believe that FWA was upset that you were starting your platform?
African Americans, because they all treat her so bad over here. So she do need to find like a space.
But whose fault is that?
It's the people's fault for lying, because a lot of people you just said.
But it's also her fault, Miss Not Like Most, for being in places where she know that people not gonna treat her right. Stay the fuck out the fucking boxes. I've been saying that for about.
Didn't she tell you to stay the fuck out of here? The fuck is you doing in this box? Didn't she tell you?
Well, do you want me to respond to that?
Didn't she just told you to stay the fuck out of them people boxes and stuff like that?
Hey, but guess what? She doesn't pay any. She doesn't pay any of my bills. I can do what what I want to.
May I ask a really quick question, Your Majesty?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So you believe that FWA wasn't simply upset because you decided to do your own thing, right? You don't think that she was upset about that. You think she was more upset because she thought you would be splitting the audience?
Yes,
financially?
that and that I have not donated to her lawyer's Cash App or her lawyer fund.
And she mentioned that? She mentioned that you didn't donate to her?
No, but she threw very sly, shady remarks like, somebody messaged her asking me why, or asking about so-and-so not donating to the platform. She would always say, I need gifts. And when she said she needed gifts in Live Gold, people would start throwing money at her and throwing the gifts at her and hitting the Live Gold. And I never did. I just gave what I could recycle. I never spent extra money.
Have you ever given her a Cash App before, ever?
Yes, I gave her a total of, I think it was $55 or $60.
But you're telling me your good friend just came home from being in prison, and you told everybody that you wanted them to rally around her, but you refused to give somebody who was suffering you out of
Bailiff Newty, order.
Too many guns.
Are you eating in this courtroom?
Your Honor, I can, they're going over
Please,
so much.
the DA, she needs to eat, okay? She's human and she's working long hours. You have to give her some reprieve, please.
Order. Ain't nobody asked you nothing, counsel.
It's only fruit this time, Your Honor. It's just fruit.
I wouldn't give a dang if it was you. I don't care if you was over there eating your biting your fingernails.
You said I
Do you know how long? Order. Do you know how long it's been since I've been able to bite my damn fingernails?
Oh my God, damn it!
I can't. Order. I can't even whistle. I can't even whistle.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Hush! I'm sick of this. Y'all in this eating shit, crunching and smacking and shit, biting fingernails and shit. Yes, bailiff.
I just received a phone call from the Supreme Court of the United States of MySpace, and they are threatening to take over this case if you continue your outbursts.
And Your Honor, I believe I'm just going to take this to another court because I have not been allowed to address my accusers. They, these people in here, they've been calling me names, not addressing me properly, and I've been made to pay way more than them. You said in your
order, everybody been paying in here.
no, they haven't. Your Honor, you said from the beginning, no chewing like a cow, no eating, and yet they're
drop queen. That'll be the money gun. Drop queen.
Your Honor, in my defense, I was muted. I was muted, Your Honor, eating my cold cut sandwich. Okay?
And you said we couldn't eat with the camera
and I
off.
paid that money gun for the DA. I paid it on her behalf.
Anybody. And Drop Queen been eating for an hour.
No, he said we could eat with the camera off. My camera has not been on, Your Honor.
Never. You turned your own microphone on because you wanted to address the litigant. Y'all, for the FWA, they've been in here defending you all night long. They've been berating Lala with their lines of questioning.
God, no, they haven't. I got questions for myself.
The assistant DA has been running her up a flagpole tonight.
They've been just playing court. I'm ready to drop some information because she hasn't provided nothing.
Lala, you did say that you had evidence that you wanted to present to this court tonight. Lala, do you have said evidence?
I sent you the letter that I sent. What else would you like?
Why does she email me?
Okay.
I will say, I do want to say this, right? Because I do know that there's a lot of questioning about why I quit financially supporting her.
No, we're past that now. We're past that.
Well, no, because somebody actually mentioned it, and I want to say this. It's very hard for me to contribute to someone who says, I need help, and you have a $20,000 or whatever the lawyer fee is, but yet you're being very braggadocious, you're being very unhumble, you have like this bossy attitude, like I'm that B word, and you want to act like that, but yet you have this $20,000 lawyer fee, but yet you're bragging about going to get your nails done, your hair done, and shopping. I'm sorry, I can't get on board with that, because if I had a $20,000 lawyer fee, I'd be eating oodles and noodles to pay that $20,000 lawyer fee.
Nothing has changed. She's always been there.
I have an additional question.
Well, let me see if her attorney wanted to speak on, because she's her attorney. Did you want to try to control your client here?
Your Honor, I just wanted to bring this to the court's attention that we are not here for a popularity contest. it is clear that my client has a reputation across this side of messy TikTok, and that the reason we are here tonight is because of a failed friendship that has been severed. And my client was on the receiving end. And so, if I may speak freely, Your Majesty,
Please.
please. Okay. So there has been proof submitted on the blogs that um, prior to the release of um, FWA, my client was frantic. She was going from inbox to inbox, inquiring into the whereabouts of her friend. Okay. And there's proof of that, and Friends with Attitude has also spoken to that and kind of said that Lala was calling everybody. She was inboxing and messaging everybody. Okay. This is only to speak to the friend that my client was. Okay. We also saw Lala spring into immediate action.
She's testifying, Your Honor. She can't testify for the plaintiff defendant. She's testifying.
Overruled. She's speaking on in behalf of conversations she's had with her clients. That's overruled.
We saw our client spring into immediate action, as evidenced on another clip that we also heard, with her saying, okay, you guys, we need to
But doesn't
rally
that
around.
contradict your client's own statement? That's why I told you might need to sidebar with your client. Doesn't that contradict your client's own statement when your client said that she'd been feeling this way ever since she heard about it, and so forth and so on? So doesn't that
Excuse me,
contradict?
Your Honor. So the days that I'm talking about, this will be the day. This will be the very first day. The very first day that FWA went live, when she made specific comments as to what happened. He's pulling shrapnel out of his ass and comments like that. That was this day. This was the first day before we saw the Facebook video. Lala sprang into action on behalf of her friend. We heard Lala say, okay, you guys, we need to spring into action. I need you guys to touch that live goal, that live goal. I need you guys to hit that.
But again, that goes again to what I'm saying. That country, if she sprung into action when she found out about this, that, and some other stuff, and she was, this is a month later. It's almost a month later. We're almost a month.
Your Majesty, are you understanding what I'm saying? She sprung into action before she had
The intelligence of this court.
I am not. I apologize. She sprung into action immediately upon hearing only the information from FWA.
Spell graft, Your Honor. Spell graft.
At that point, we had not seen, because what my client just testified to is that once she saw that Facebook video, she realized that the story that we had been presented on the first day was not true. She realized that what Friends with Attitude had explained to us was not true. That is what I'm speaking to. She was a friend
I want to
to
hear
her
from
friend.
FWA. I want to hear from FWA, so because I think this court has heard all it's need to hear in this case. If FWA has something that she wants to add to this that might change the direction or whatever, I want to hear from FWA.
Thank you, Your Honor. First of all, how can you say that I would disclose something that could possibly put me behind bars or get my bail revoked to someone that I've been quote unquote friends with, but yet never gave them my number? Come on, let's be for real about this. And all of the things that have happened on TikTok, she just said her attorney stated that she has a reputation all over this app. I want to know what reputation, because I'm going to answer that. So Lala, since your attorney said that you have a reputation, what is the reputation you have all over this side of the messy TikTok?
I plead the fifth. Ask my attorney.
Okay, exactly. I'm going to tell you what it is. What you do is you get in people's DM and you try to play one person against anyone that they have issues with. You know what? I have the DMs where you hit me up in regards to Nitra and in regards to HB. And if I had been that messy ass bitch, then we would probably be dealing with a court case between the two of us right now. Absolutely. Now let's go ahead and address this DM. Do you remember reaching out to me?
I'm confused on what this has to do with the court case.
Because
Me and
you're
you, not
saying
me and
that
F.
you're trying to give this court the idea that you're not messy and that friends with attitude would trust you to tell you all of the personal information when you do double down. You do double down because you were friends with Miss Nitra, right? But yet you hit me up because you knew there was an issue with Miss Nitra and I, right? And then when you no. Then when you sat back and saw that I had an issue with HB, then you hit me up with HB, right?
I don't
So
recall.
wait a minute. You were friends with Miss Nitra, but yet you hit me up. You were friends. You told me in there that you supported HB, but yet you hit me up. And you can read the message. I didn't respond to none of that fuck shit. Because let me tell you, I am a 3-letter FTH, but I am not friends with attitude. And that's where that mistake was made. You got in close with friends with attitude, and you sat over there and you said that, oh my God, I supported friends with attitudes. Baby, you didn't. If you've been friends with her for 2 years and you've only given her $50 and a money gun, if you've only given her $50 and a money gun over 2 years, but yet now all of a sudden you think she's upset with you about money. Come on. Either she know that you can't afford to give her money and she was enjoying you, or you're lying. Because no friend of mine that I would tell that, look, I either shot my ex or I didn't, would I tell you that and then not trust you to have my phone number? Come on, let's get for real about this.
She actually did. So you actually did. tell me that.
No. We're going with what you said, what you presented in this court. That's
Okay.
what we're going on right now.
Can I speak?
I'm waiting on the question. Were you friends with Nitra?
Yes.
Okay, but yet you were friends with Nitra, but yet you turned around and DM'd me about Nitra, right?
Me and Nitra were not friends at the time I sent you the DM.
Oh, so you used to backstabbing your friends. So when you fall out of friends, that's what you're doing right now. You're making it seem like this is about friends with attitudes. No, this is about Lala doing what Lala does best.
She's never been a good friend to anybody.
That's not true.
Order. From the evidence that has been submitted to this court, it's been demonstrated that FWA hasn't been a friend to anyone either.
And I never said I did. But what she came to this courtroom and said was a bunch of lies. Okay.
So, Your Honor, would you like me to go get my screenshots of my IG and let you know?
Yeah, go get all of that because you said another lie.
Order. She said your Majesty.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
There's some stuff I have to omit because it has personal information in it
Oh my
regarding her and her
God.
children.
Order. FWA, this is the last time I'm going to warn you.
Yes, sir.
Go on mute.
Okay, so,
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I do want to say this. People think that I was not a good friend to her when she was being ran through on this app, being doxxed by
Order.
the,
Wait. Can you clear up ran through, please?
Oh my God, bro.
Okay, so let me clarify, right? When she was being drugged by the YT messy talk side, because that's what we called it, so that's what I'll refer to it as. She was being doxxed very horribly. There was actually a page made that had that Doc put pictures up of her kids and things of that nature. She messaged me on the back end saying, "Hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this?" So I actually helped get her some information that would help her protect her family. I did that on the back end. I stayed very quiet about it because I don't believe in allowing. I'm gonna help my friend. She messaged me. I'm gonna help her. But the thing about it is this: just because I did not start contributing to her Cash App or anything like that until I became a mod. I would throw her gifts and stuff like that, absolutely, but I'm not gonna, I didn't like send her Cash Apps and things of that nature because I didn't have it. Also, when she gave me a phone call when she got out of her 5-day bid, she did tell me specifically that she put shrapnel in someone's back. And I said, "Who?" And she said, "My baby daddy." And I chuckled just like I did because I was in absolute disbelief that
Let the record reflect that FWA did have to do 5 days hard time.
And she literally told me exactly, like, she told me what happened. Obviously, she didn't give me all the intricate details until we got to TikTok and we got the details. But yes, she did tell me on a phone call that she did what she did.
Okay.
So I'm saying that to say, if you did not consider me a friend, why would you tell somebody why you were doing a 5-day bid for doing a senseless act of violence?
And that's my point. You're not a damn friend, because if you were a friend, those words that just came out of your mouth in front of all of these people, you don't betray a friend and go ahead and tell everybody what was said on the back end. That's supposed to be your friend.
Well, she told everybody on the front end. It ain't like we don't know.
That but regardless.
Regardless of the situation, she told private conversations. She came to internet and told everybody on the fucking internet what she did. So it ain't like it's some big secret.
Order. Lala, the court will admonish you in regards to your language so that we can keep control of the environment. That's why no one has been using profanity with you. And the court is gonna. You will get no other warning. Your next violation will be a money gun to this court.
Your Majesty, may I ask my client a question,
you might
please?
want to let Lala. You might want to let your attorney speak for you for a little while. Private.
I am.
Lala, can you, with as little detail as possible, tell us how or FWA is speaking to, and she has evidenced some messages between you and her where you are speaking negatively of Nitra. We have to address it now because you have corresponded with her and she's presented it here. So just to the degree that you're comfortable, can you please tell the court what brought you to correspond with For the Haters to try to bring out information about Nitra, please? Why did you do that? If you were friends with Nitra,
I don't recall exactly why I reached out to For the Haters. I don't recall. I don't know if she had a live or she said something or she was dragging her. I don't recall exactly why. But at the date of the time that the evidence was presented, it stated like March of 2024. Nitra and I were no longer friends at that point, and she had spent a good month or two dragging me on TikTok.
okay, and that's the part that I was trying to get to. Was what made you want to do that? Because you can stop being friends with someone and not want to speak negatively of them. Okay, and so I'll ask the same thing here right now. What is the reason that you decided to just go over and start your own platform and start going live on your own? What happened to make you want to separate that way from Friends with Attitude?
Truthfully, I have been wanting to do it for a little bit of time. I have been thinking about it. A lot of friends of mine have been encouraging me to do so off the app.
Wait. Stop. Lala, I asked you that.
Yeah, I told you that. I told you that I've been thinking about it for like a month.
Hold up, Lala. Hang tight a tick or two. Hang tight a tick or
Okay.
two. I specifically asked you that question. I actually, I actually even doubled down on it and reiterated the question to you.
Okay, so hold on. So let me say this.
Let me
Okay.
finish. Let me finish. I asked you that. I specifically asked you that. If anybody else had spoken to you, Drop Queen, go on mute, Drop Queen. I specifically asked you if anybody in your personal life, I said on TikTok or any other platforms, or blah 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 blah. I specifically asked you that, and you
Yeah.
said,
I'm sorry.
And you said no. You were very emphatic. And even when I asked you the question in a different way, you said no again. So,
Okay,
but
so
now,
I apologize
but now,
because
wait. I'm gonna need you to. I'll let you know when I'm done. But now somebody asked you the question in a different way, and now you're confirming. You're saying yes to the question that I asked you that you said no to.
there might have been a misunderstanding. So let me say this, right? This all stemmed from prior to me talking about going live. Friends had encouraged me. Well, she hadn't really encouraged me. She just said, "I think it would be a
No, I'm
great thing for you."
speaking directly to the fact that you said that no one else. I asked you, and you said no one else ever told you not said anything to you about your relationship with her. No one ever told you.
Yeah,
that.
nobody ever said anything about my
That's not what
relationship
you
with her.
just said right there, though. That's not what she.
I
That's not
said
what
platform, but the platform and my platform and her relationship are separate. My platform has nothing to do with with mine and her relationship at the time. My platform had to do with me. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to go have conversations, and I was gonna not, even though I was gonna start my own platform, I wasn't gonna stop supporting her. But the thing is that people were like, somebody actually told me this stemmed from a live that Receipts Only and I had, that she was like, you would actually be really good at your platform. Like, you have a lot of insight, just things of that nature. So it wasn't like it was a big secret. I had talked about starting my own platform on Friends
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, well then I'm confused, Kevin. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Let's go
Yeah,
back
I'm confused.
because you're going back. I'm speaking specifically about your relationship with her after the incident. That's what we were just speaking about. And I asked you that earlier. If anybody had said anything to you, told you that you need to cut her off, cut her loose, whatever.
No one has told me that.
La, baby girl, please let me finish talking. I asked you specifically, and I asked it more than one way, just so it wouldn't be any confusion about what I was asking. And you said no both times. So there was no misunderstanding about what. So I'm caught up here, right? So please, Lala, please, baby, please. So that's why I'm caught up at right now, because it goes directly to your credibility in everything else that, like, Nosy was asking and Drop Queen was asking. So it goes to the credibility of things, because now somebody asked you the same question that I asked you that you told me no to, and you telling them yes to.
So you asked me a question directly if anybody had said anything to me about cutting ties with her. That's what I understood you to say. No one has said anything to me about cutting ties with her. Nobody has said anything about don't be her friend or anything like that directly to me.
That's not what you just said, Lala.
So private, I understood private saying my platform, not my relationship or friendship.
Yes. I was